As we take a close look into the life of PM Wong, we find that he is no stranger to producing viral social media content, with posts and videos that have garnered millions of views. One social media analyst says the incoming Prime Minister has established an online personality as someone who is relatable and in touch with trends. Sherlin Xia again tells us more about his internet impact.
With new content almost daily, from updates on policies and day-to-day events to even dance trends and challenges.
Hi everyone.
The way he experiments with new content, new techniques, trying out things like trendjacking or transition videos, I think it really does show that he is trying to experiment with different ways of portraying himself as well as what he stands for to social media users.
Dr. Soon adds, it gives Singaporeans a deeper look into who their next Prime Minister is and how he values engaging his people.
Well, we have a comment here from someone who says, "We love you, Wong Senpai." Thank you, Miracle, for sharing the love around. I really appreciate it.
PM Wong's engagement style is really quite reflective of his real world or in-person persona. There seems to be a consensus that he is a person who is very relatable, who is not afraid to take risks, who likes to try new things, and has quite a learning attitude towards this.
As Singapore gears up for the leadership transition and the impending general election, the online space also lends a platform for the youth to be updated on local happenings.
I think younger voters find him more approachable because of some of the things that he has done in his social media. For example, references to pop culture, for instance. Perhaps more importantly, they might find him quite refreshing because of his style and experimental approach, which is not really expected as a leader of the government.
Young people are more concerned about...
With young users often discussing issues like climate change or mental health on social media, Dr. Soon says it also adds an avenue for PM Wong to gather their perspectives. And moving forward, she expects the 4G leadership to deepen their engagement online.
So I think that PM Wong and his leaders would continue to use social media to involve different constituents from different backgrounds to maybe take part more in policy solutioning, right? So one way would be through, for instance, the comments that they post, the suggestions that they make via the comment section or in the podcast even, would allow our leaders to have a better sensing of the cares and concerns that are top of mind for our electorate.
PM Wong is also a music lover who believes in the power of the arts to do good. This sense of duty apparently shone through even as a child. Sherlin Xia again catches up with a musician friend and a former teacher of Mr. Wong's to shed more light on the person set to become Singapore's next Prime Minister.
It's a video you may have seen and heard, with 2 million clicks and counting. Yes, it's Deputy Prime Minister Lawrence Wong with an electric guitar, jamming with local band Raw Earth. Looking back at that session, lead musician Danny Leung tells me it was largely improvised.
It was very organic. We didn't plan. It's almost like after we play the song, say, okay, what's next?
He expected Mr. Wong to stay for just a few songs, but they ended up jamming for nearly an hour, revealing an easygoing side to the DPM that few get to see firsthand.
You know, that sometimes when you think about someone of his level or minister, where you schedule your day, the speeches you have to give, and that one moment is spontaneous and completely sort of unpredictable and flowing, right? We got to witness that, and I really thoroughly enjoyed that session.
Danny, who chairs the Music Society Singapore, is starting a guitar gifting charity project inspired by DPM Wong's interest in the arts and empowering youths.
There was once he passed me 3 guitars for repair, and after I repaired it, he said, okay, this one, very beautiful guitar. This one, if you find a young person and you think that, this young person is learning guitar, why don't you pass it on to this person?
DPM Wong's love for music dates back to his childhood days, from as early as 8 years old. That passion also struck a chord with his teachers and peers in school. During a visit to his alma mater, Victoria Junior College, his former form teacher Pang Lei Ha, now Vice Principal of Tampines Meridian JC, shared how involved he was in the music scene.
He was a member of the VJC choir, and I can fondly remember some of the things that the class did together to commemorate Teachers' Day for me. The first year in 1989, what they did was they came to see me and they sang a song for me for Teachers' Day, and DPM Wong was the guitarist.
And even today, Mrs. Pang holds that memory dear. She still keeps a handwritten card from DPM Wong. Music talent aside, she says it was his readiness to help his schoolmates and his strong sense of commitment that showed his true potential.
So we're talking about scholarships, and this topic of service came about. We spoke about the importance of commitment and the bond that goes with the scholarship award. And he struck me as someone who felt a strong sense of service and wanting to contribute to the community. So at that point in time, I felt that this is a promising young man who will be able to contribute much to society.
That path saw them reconnecting some 2 decades later at a VJC anniversary event in 2012.
He was seated at the guest of the VIP table, and I was at another table, and he actually came to look for me, to say hello to me, and I felt very happy and touched by his gesture. Yeah, and then we just had a short chat. I feel very proud of DPM Wong, and certainly it was a privilege to have been his teacher.
And with Mr. Wong set to take the country's top job soon, Mrs. Pang says she's confident he'll be able to take Singapore to greater heights. The question is if, as Prime Minister, we'll still get to see that rock star side.